happens here. Customer has not answered me this morning. And I know there's like some big Microsoft hack or something going on this morning. And of course, it's a goddamn gated community. I'm not going to probably be able to get in, of course. Gosh, dang it. And I can't, I'm going to have to back out on the road. Man, I haven't been able to get a hold of anybody, so I emailed my contact and they haven't answered. So, owner of a Linex, I guess, I wonder if I can, owner of a Line X location, so I guess I'm gonna try and back out here on the road. There's a walkway, and it says the house is right up here on the right somewhere, so I guess I'm gonna try and park somewhere out of the way, maybe put this camera down and back straight across the street, slowly go out there, and it's Florida, so no one's gonna stop, and then I will just walk in there and see if anybody's home. I don't really have another option. A little aggravated about it, but what can I do? I still in the same clothes as yesterday because I plan on getting loaded, getting all sweaty and whatnot, and then hitting the shower before I started the long trek home. Pulled off on the side of the road here. We'll see if I guess we'll just walk up here and see if anybody's here. I don't really have any other option at this point, and then I've got to head north for my next pickup, so at least I can say I tried, right? I'll take a picture of being here and at least be able to say I tried. I lied. Thought the address was right on the corner. Nah, it's about a half a mile walk back through here. Called the place it's going, told him the situation. He says the guy's brother is also in on this deal, so he's gonna try and call him, get somebody to answer. Not that I would have been able to really get back here that well. There is a circle back here. I probably, with the enclosure, I probably could have got around it, but honestly, it's a UTV, it runs. I'm just gonna run it all the way out to the road and load it. And that is exactly why I am in yesterday's clothes and haven't showered yet. I am drenched in sweat and stink like gas. Couldn't really, had a little trouble getting that thing started. It finally fired off, but it's a stinky machine. So those are amphibious. So on land, I don't know how fast they go. I was 8 miles an hour at my fastest, but you got to be perfectly straight to hit 8 miles an hour, because if you try to turn, it like robs the power. So I got it up to the trailer, and then had to get it in like low gear and crawl up in the trailer. But I'm sure they have their purposes, maybe like duck hunting or something. But other than that, it's not a very usable machine. But when I say it's not usable, might just come in handy with this next pickup. It's got a trailer hitch on the back. I'm picking up a little 14-foot skiff on a trailer that I'm guessing it's like an aluminum boat. I mean, if you think of 14 feet, it can't be that big. So I may, and the Argo drops off, which is that thing I just picked up. That drops off first. So what I may do,
turn right onto the I-95 North ramp, is
I may pull that out of the trailer,
quarter mile, merge onto
hook it up to the skiff, then back it in the trailer. So back the boat trailer all the way in, have the Argo pointing out. So when I get there, I can just pull the Argo straight out and not have to worry about getting the boat back in the trailer. So I'm gonna try to deliver these things. I'm thinking the boat guy will be there because it's gonna be his house. The Argo guy may not be there, so I'm just gonna try and drop it like really early in the morning. I want to be home tomorrow by lunch or so. So that's the plan. It won't take much for me to unstrap 2 straps, back that thing out and hook to that boat, and then back that boat in, and make it easy. I mean, I've done things like that before where I knew I was moving like jet skis or small boats and they needed to be on a trailer or in a trailer instead of like power only. I've taken my 4-wheeler before and hooked it to jet skis and backed them up on the trailer, because I had one point I had like 3 double jet ski trailers with jet skis years and years ago, and I picked them up and I just backed each trailer on with my 4-wheeler, took my 4-wheeler with me to deliver and just pulled them straight off. So we'll see, that's the plan. They were still sleeping, that's why nobody was answering the phone. They were up late last night watching Trump. So, oh, I get it. They were probably up boozing late last night, retired, so what's the matter what time you get up? So I knocked on the door and I actually woke him up. But him and his wife came out. They were nice people. I didn't even think to bring my jump pack all the way back there with me because the machine was dead. So we jumped in with his car, and then he followed me all the way out to make sure I got out and got into the trailer. But got about a 30-minute ride north out of Fort Pierce, going to no, I'm going to Fort Pierce. I think I would just left, yeah, I left Port St. Lucia, and now I'm headed north to Fort Pierce to a looks like a small boat dealer, maybe manufacturing deal. So I'm gonna get there and see if we can't get this boat loaded up pretty quickly so I can I told them about 10 o'clock and it's gonna be 10:15, so they should be ready for me. Well, I just came back here and beat on the door, so I'm gonna take his tarp off while he says he's getting dressed. I guess he was still sleeping, but he knew I was coming at 9. It's like 9:11 at this point, so oh well, wakey wakey. Hopefully this thing runs enough. Well, I'm gonna try and not get squirted on. Old gals had to use the restroom there. What in the heck am I doing with a boat on a trailer, in a trailer? I'm trying to get my flashlight. Yeah, I've got a boat on a trailer, in a trailer, accompanied with the Argo I've got all the way up here. So this thing is a nice little salt marsh skiff, no motor on the back. This boat itself is supposed to be like real light, like this shell it's like 200 pounds. Then you got, I mean, obviously you have the trailer and the motor on the back there. I'm not sure what size motor that is, but I know it's dark in here, so I'm gonna check straps and keep it going down the road. I'll tell you that one of those last clips I put in with those storms, it has rained for the last 700 miles, all from about the Florida line all the way up here to Virginia. And it's been non-stop. There's been a couple breaks, but it's pretty much been raining the whole time. So truck's a little wet, I had to put my window down so I could turn my head and look out the back into that guy's driveway. But we got the Argo 8x8 delivered. Beautiful property. I really like these towns. Like, this is actually right off the Chesapeake, but down in Virginia. So you've got that small town feel. You got some boat dealers. You've got, you know, little corner stores. I saw a bunch of seafood places. Up here, headed out of town, there's a farm stand, but they must sell fresh seafood there too. Got like tuna, shrimp, oysters, crabs. It's a little early. It's 6:55 a.m. That guy was there, and all his buddies were already over there waiting for that thing to get unloaded. So we just pushed it out of the trailer, and it's amphibious, so if it gets wet, it's not a big deal. He's gonna go get a new battery for it. What was I gonna say? Oh, if it wasn't 7 o'clock in the morning and the stand was open, I'd probably stop and get a pound or two of shrimp and a dozen crabs. A couple years of corn for me and the old lady tonight, but I don't think they're open yet. Not saying when I get home, that's not gonna stop me from maybe getting some shrimp and some steak. I don't know if I feel like messing with crabs today. Although steaming them doesn't really take all that long. It's just getting all the stuff out to do so. But a little gas station like this, there's a seafood place is open. That's not the farm stand I was talking about. I got a cooler with ice in it. Should probably just go ahead and stop, but I don't really want to do much in this rain, and I've got 50 minutes towards home to drop off that boat. Now, I'm gonna unload it myself. He's not there. I guess they have property here, and one of the rivers or something that feeds into the Chesapeake is real shallow, and that's where they run this. That's why they got this type of skiff to run real shallow water. Guy lives about an hour away. I told him, I said, hey, it's gonna be early. I'm gonna be there at 7:45. He's like, are you okay to unload by yourself? I said, yeah, it's not heavy, and getting down the ramp, I'll just turn the I'll put the jack down and turn the wheel sideways and just kind of slide it so it doesn't get away from me, and then when that gets down to solid ground, I can just pick it up and move it myself. So I'm not too worried about him being there, and honestly, I wasn't really wanting to wait around for anybody because it's Saturday now, and I'm usually not on the road Friday night into Saturday because this trip was a little different with the guy who loaded Wednesday, couldn't deliver till Friday morning, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna not be home Friday night, I might as well try and find as much as I can to make money coming home. All headed in the same direction, that either delivers Saturday or delivers Monday, or Saturday or Sunday, so I can have it done this weekend. But it just kind of happened to work out. These two are 40 miles apart from each other, and went to the farthest one out. Now I'm headed back. King George, Virginia is kind of east of Richmond, so I'll come around Richmond and then just head up home from there. It should be about a 3-hour haul from there. Saturday traffic shouldn't be much, but raining, so I'm sure something will happen. I think this is the place up here on the right. Is this the place? No, that's just a advertisement. Thought it was up here in these cornfields, but I may be wrong. Anyway, it's just a bunch of water communities, and I don't care if it's freshwater or saltwater or a mix of both. I like being where people like being on the water. Being on on the water is like one of the most friendly, caring, inviting, generous type of people, and that's the type of stuff I enjoy. So now the guy gave me a $50 tip on that, so that'll buy most of the steak and shrimp, or steak and beer, or just beer. Might just be all beer today. I don't know. Well, our second delivery, it's been a little bit of a task getting in here. First turn we made was kind of made to come in from the other way, so I had to kind of pull up, set the trailer up far enough, and then take the turn in increments of backing up to try to keep the trailer all the way to the one side. Drug the trailer where you can see trailer's been drug, and I mean, we're in. Got the lock pop that Cody gave me, and somewhere back here, way back in the woods, should be some barns. And he said just put them anywhere in the gravel near the barns. Not sure how far back that would be. Pretty far back there I can see a bunch of barns, so beautiful property. Way back in the woods here. I mean, this is my kind of place. Well, maybe a little better view of what we were working with here. Got her tucked in. I'm here to unload, and I'm here by myself. I do need to wipe a dirty handprint off of it there. And I think there's one up front here. My hands are filthy trying to get this thing loaded, so I need to wipe that off for the customer before I leave. And I got the tongue with a moving blanket and a piece of wood underneath of it. I have it pulled forward and down to keep that from coming up. Then I had two on the back pulling back. And this boat had straps to strap it to the trailer. So, and we are going to unload this by hand all by ourselves. Let's see how this goes. Got my idea once we get it out to the end of the trailer. I gotta move this moving blanket real quick. Kick that wheel so she don't roll. Of course, I didn't get everything out of the way, because why would I? Everything should be out of the way enough. Now what's holding me up? Gonna have to wipe down a couple spots I touched on this thing. Alright. Okay. Lift up. Alright, now on the brake. Hi, I'm Jason, I'm the brake. Oh, that's easy. That's easy. Gonna come down on the stones here. Maybe. Just like that. I'm hung up on a ratchet. Now I gotta run back up here before it gets away from me. Oh. Sorry guys, hit a bump. Alright, square it up there. Now I'm going to pick this thing up, try to get it over the hump without getting away from me. Get this wheel pointed in the right direction. I don't want to lift up too much because I don't want to lose her. There we go. And just like that, you guys are dropped again. She's unloaded by hand. And trailer hit my gate, scratched it up a little bit, but it's all good. Put the jack down a little bit and be good to go. Well, I broke the lens on the camera. Good thing it's just an old GoPro and it's up in the corner, so hopefully the image is still good. Had some wet wipes here, a couple handprints I put on it. So I'm gonna kind of wipe down some stuff I don't know if I caused, but it's courtesy. Like this stuff here, I don't know if I did that. This has like a grit to it, so it's ripping through. These got handprints on them, but I don't think I did that. My biggest concern was this one. That is my crusty pole. And I think that one right there is mine. That's customer service. Leave it how you found it. Take some pictures, send them to the guy, get paid.